All right, we're gonna jump right on in. I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Thank you for sitting down, talking with me today. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. What else I got to do?
Right. Now that cough, I got a dry throat right now, so just
no problem. No.
Bear with me. It ain't nothing but a dry throat.
Gotcha.
All right. So Angela, thank you again for joining me. Tell me a little bit about your role. Tell me a little bit about how you landed the role. How did it all come into fruition?
So first of all, I play Jacky Clark. She's the oldest of men, and I really had a great time bringing her story to life. As an actor, we're trained to, find your voice in whatever the role is, a fictional person, a real person. But in my preparing for the role and getting a chance to talk with Jacky, I realized, we are so much alike that there's a whole lot that I have to do, because we did get a chance to sit down and talk extensively. And just watching her mannerisms, her timing, I realized, wow, it truly was divine that I'm playing her, because we have so much in common. Our humor is very similar. We understand the construct of the family of having all sisters, because I'm the oldest of sisters. And we all sing. We all grew up singing their stuff, and I'm from Detroit as well. So it just kind of all the puzzle pieces fit together to make this happen. And as far as my process to getting the role, it was all self-tapes. I never went in for an in-person audition. Everything was taped, and I did 2 tapes. Actually, I auditioned for 3 of the sisters.
Wow. Okay.
Jacky was actually the last one that they had me look at. And then maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that last tape was when I got the call that I got it. Yeah.
So is this your first time doing an acting role, or have you had previous experience with acting?
Well, I'm actually the only theater kid in the cast. I'm a Broadway actress, and I do mostly like musicals, like theater. I've done some television. So this is, while it is my first film, I've been doing television, theater, acting for 15 years now. But I used to be a teacher, and I transitioned out of that, like literally packed my car and drove to New York about 15 years ago. And I had done theater prior to that, but not full time. And so this was it was challenging, because it was film is different than television, is different than theater, So but the rules are the same. Your intention, your honesty about what you're talking about, it's all the same. So it was just a matter of me tweaking, bringing broader physicality to a smaller scope, because the lens is the audience. So it was challenging at first, but we had great support with the network, our director, each other, and we got it done.
Wonderful. What was your biggest challenge taking on this role? What would you say was your biggest challenge?
Probably that transition from being primarily a theater actor to television. Like I was saying, I had done television before, but they were, small, couple of scenes. So I had some experience, but this was a whole nother thing, and building a character from I think Jacky starts out at 25, and we see her all the way to, I think, 2008 is the film. So not only am I trying to adjust to acting for the camera, but I'm also having to create an art for a character. And, they didn't age us or any of that. So we had to really find it in the text, in the camaraderie we built. So definitely it was the transition, and we had to do it quickly, because we only had about I think we had 18 shooting days to cover 6 women's pretty much their entire lives. So
wow.
So it was like boot camp.
I'm sure. Without giving anything away, because we know it's coming up this week, and I'm super. Let me tell you how excited I am because I grew up on. I thank my father and my mom for this, but I grew up on like the Winans, the Clark sisters.
Yes, you talking right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up John P. Key.
Yes,
like my memories of gospel music is that's what I grew up on. So they're very legendary. Mm-hmm. How did it feel once? I mean, has it really clicked, or is it gonna? Do you think it's gonna click when you watch the actual film? How does it even feel to even be able to play a legendary role?
You know, every time someone asks me this, it causes me to feel it again. And honestly, like, I don't know that I have 100% processed it because like you, same thing. So these women are larger than life. These are not just, you know, some historic figure that I'm playing. I've played historic figures before, and you know, that are not living and that are not, I didn't have as much of a investment in them as these women. So, you know, I just got goosebumps saying that. I still just kind of can't believe it. And I've seen the film already. And, you know, I've talked to Jacky, and I stay in touch, and, you know, all of that, but it still just feels out of body or something. I don't think I have fully processed this. And maybe Saturday is that moment when I know the world is watching as well, and the ladies are watching, and all, you know, that the gravity of this. These women are icons. They're legendary, and the honor that they're receiving is long overdue. There are people that have been in the game and just have not had a fraction of the success that they have had. The longevity, the consistency, their brand is so consistent, and to be this small part of it is just, I don't know what could top it. I don't in my career. I really don't.
No, I get it. Without giving away anything, what's one of your favorite lines or dialogues or situations that you took part in?
Ooh, that's hard.
Okay, but you don't want to give nothing away.
I will say though, honestly, not just because the trailer, the clip has been out, but the scene that's been circulating with Twinkie explaining to us that she sold her catalog. That is probably one of my favorite moments, because it's one of those times that you really see that Jacky, like, she's that hovering older sister, chastising, you know, the utter confusion as to why this happened, how this happened. And even like hearing from Kiera and Karen and all of them being like, oh my, even on set, like, how did you get Jacky down? Like, this is her. She fusses nonstop. And this is a moment where you really see, like, Jacky just has no time. She just doesn't understand, you know, why do you guys do this stuff? Like, this is not just affecting you. So probably any moment in the film where Jacky is being Jacky is my favorite, because if I'm being honest, there's a little bit of that in me in real life. I've already been getting comments like, oh my God, Ange, this is you fuss. This ain't even no acting. You just up there doing you.
That is funny.
So I've been getting read left and right. My sisters, my friends, they all are just like, girl, this is you. You ain't even acting.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. And who better to say it but your sisters? That's funny. Mm-hmm. Okay. Besides your role, which actor in the movie that you think that is going to really blow people away?
I have that. I guess that answer is two parts. Of the ladies, really all of us, with the exception of Raven and Ingenue, we all are pretty, you know, new to this part of it. Sure. So of the newbies, I really think Christina Bell, people are gonna be like, wow. Like, she nailed it. She nailed it. But of course, you know, overall, Ingenue Ellis's performance is just, again, goosebumps. I get goosebumps.
Sure.
I just was texting with her a couple days ago, just checking in, seeing how she's doing.
Sure.
And and watching her, she was on somebody's live, and it just took me back to just watching Ingenue embody Maddie was incredible. It was like a masterclass. Like, although, we were scene partners and we were castmates, it was like getting paid to watch a veteran actor be a person so perfectly. I mean, yeah, so definitely folks are going to be floored with Christina's performance. I have a couple really strong moments in there too that I think are gonna pull at the heartstrings. I'm not, but I'm talking about other people. But I have some pretty good moments too that I think, outside of the performance itself, the information that people will learn about their family is gonna be kind of like, because it's something that most people don't know.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of juice that.
Come on, juice.
I mean, let's be honest. That's what we're all waiting for. Where's the juice?
Well, honestly, I think the story behind, because there's a story behind anything, and most importantly, the story behind. Because I remember a little girl going to the Kojic conventions, and I was singing in the choir with my mom or somebody, and Maddie Moss Clark was there. And so understanding her vibe, understanding the perfection, I guess that's what I'm looking forward to understand. And I probably will never be able to understand it, because I feel like the Clark sisters is a culture.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's a culture. I mean, vocally, come on, it's a culture. Right. So to understand that aspect, I'm like, oh, I can't wait. That's the part that I just want to understand, because they all just some singers, and then now the grandbabies is singing. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I guess, for everybody it's different. I have some more questions for you, because I could
go for
going on this.
I ain't got nothing but time. Go ahead.
Who is the funniest person in the cast in real life that, out of character, y'all was dying laughing at?
It's hard to answer that, because if you ask all the other girls, they'll say me.
Okay.
And I can't help it. I just say whatever comes to my mind. And it was a constant laugh fest every time we weren't shooting. But outside of me, everybody, Christina Bell, she a fool, Kiera, I laugh.
She's hilarious.
Her laugh takes me down. She's so funny. She's so funny. And I be like, girl, I need you to we all, it was so special that outside of the fact that Twinkie Bird, big shout out to her for how perfect the casting was, but outside of that, they cast the perfect energies and spirits to be together, because sometimes I think we had too much fun, to the point where the director and everybody's like, hey, you guys,
enough. Let's focus in.
Y'all know y'all lines? Y'all been laughing and joking, but are y'all ready?
Oh, that's funny.
But you will see it in the film. It's the camaraderie, the funnies, the humor. It was real, because we really spent the time. We had 2 weeks before we started shooting that we were there, and only to just rehearse, read through the script, talk. We went out to dinner. We shared stories. We, Kiera was very gracious with any questions we had about the family that she could answer. She did.
That's good.
So it all came together and worked on camera. But yeah, we all.
I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was so brilliant to have Kiki play her mother. That was just the most. Yeah. Because it really gave that vibe. Yeah. And without saying, we end up like our mothers. Our mannerisms, the stuff that we say, even now, I'm sounding like one of my aunts. I sound like my Aunt Brenda. Even my mom's sisters, we have a little bit of each one inside of us, I just thought that was really brilliant. One last question for you. How was it working with some of the producers? There's some, a lot of great producers directors. You had Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about that.
Well, we didn't have the Missy, Mary, and Queen on set with us.
Sure.
And actually, I have not met Missy yet. I've met and briefly chatted both with Queen Latifah and Mary, and they both have been so kind and just wonderful words of thanks and like how good a job we did and how happy they are with it. But as far as our EPs on set with us every day, Dr. Holly Carter, Larita Jones, they were great. Like just always around, making sure we had what we needed. Just being very supportive. Holly, Dr. Holly, because she's very much involved in Church of God in Christ, the Clarks. She knows that culture that we're talking about.
Sure.
So she was always there to be like, hey, nope, that's not gonna work. Y'all gotta tweak that, or y'all gotta change that, because that's not how it went. And we had that mind on set to kind of make sure things were authentic, because we know, like we keep saying, it's a culture. There are people who have studied every jot and tittle of the Clark system.
I like how you put that.
So they gonna know when something happened, like, Dr. Maddie would not have did that like that, or Karen wouldn't have sang that like that, or Dorinda wouldn't, so we had people. Also, Donald Lawrence, I can't go without to say this part without mentioning that he is a master at the Clark Sister sound. He's produced a lot of their stuff, both group and solo stuff. And when he came in with us to record the vocals for the movie, he was on it. Like, he knew exactly what he needed to do to get our sound right, exactly how it needed to be. And like you said, Kiera was such an asset in more ways than one, because she has the built-in sound. It's in her.
It's in it.
So it helped round our sound out, because we had it right there. So it was really cool to have all those hands in the pot in different places to make sure we were being honest with this story, that we were being authentic with the sound and the story and all of that. So and I look forward to meeting Missy and talking more with Mary and Queen Latifah. But from what I understand, they're very happy with it, and they're just as excited as we are for the world to see it.
Yeah. And Dr. Holly Carter has been killing it for the faith-based community, and my hat goes out to her for everything that she's done. And I'm actually grateful for her, because she really puts faith-based that genre, she puts us out there for the world to see and to gravitate to. So shouts out to her. But thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you.